September 12th, and I'm just walking around near the Trade Center site. I avoided the city like the plague over the weekend because I knew either it was going to be crazy with people or, you know, hopefully not crazy for some other reason. But I'm coming up on what they were going to call the Freedom Tower. I guess it's no longer the Freedom Tower, it's One World Trade. I'm not too happy about that, but I'll continue to call it the Freedom Tower if you guys decide to continue to call it the Freedom Tower. And I just came out of here, what they're calling the 911 Memorial Preview Site. There was some interesting dioramas in there, but it was very crowded, very hot in there, so I had to get out. But there was one interesting thing I saw in there. There was a guy trying to explain to a little kid that across the street there used to be two giant buildings, and now they're not there anymore. And I don't know if the kid was grasping it, but it was something. It was definitely an interesting thing to see, because you could see the kid was kind of confused. He didn't know what that place was all about. But there was a big poster on the wall, you know, the Brooklyn Bridge and the Trade Center behind it. As you can see, there's constantly hundreds of people just flushing in and out of this area. You know, I'm from the city, I've lived in Brooklyn all my life, and it's still amazing to see how many people, you know, move through this relatively small area on a daily basis. And thankfully the attacks didn't occur in the middle of the day or near, you know, the afternoon rush hour, because things could have been a hell of a lot worse than they were. I'm gonna head down to Battery Park now and see what's going on down there. It's St. Paul's Church. They had a bunch of banners, ribbons rather, hanging on the fence. People left comments and notes. Battery Park in Lower Manhattan, and it appears they've set up an American flag for every single victim of the Trade Center attack. I'm gonna have to get a closer look. I think maybe each flag lists the names, and that's why they look faint, because all the names are written instead of you know, the solid stripe. But I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna look in a few minutes. I think they've set up, they've had people put ribbons up for everybody, and, you know, leaving commentary for the victims. This is inside Battery Park, and I was right, all the flags have people's names on it. Unfortunately, a rat just ran by, so that's not too cool. Especially since I sat down to eat a snack. I was gonna eat some pita chips and some fucking Laughing Cow cheese, but now that there's rats running around, I think I'm not gonna do that. Here's a close-up of one. Nice. You can see it has the names on it. This here is a sculpture that stood in between the two World Trade Center towers in the plaza in the middle. It was there for about 30 years until it was busted up by the 9/11 attacks. They moved it down to Battery Park in 2002, and it's stood here since. So right now it's amongst all the flags down here, and there's the eternal flame that was lit when they put it here.